The Don't Listen Basic Chumcast.
Welcome to a special presentation of the Don't Listen Chumcast. I'm the Shebs, he's Big Red, and if you're from the Bay Area, specifically the Peninsula, this is for you. We want to invite you into the Locals Lounge.
Namaste for life. Don't Listen Chumcast. I'm Big Red. He's the Shebs. And we are inside the Loma Prieta studios.
Oh, Loma Prieta. Does that mean anything to anybody in the Bay Area? I think so. Yeah. Does it mean anything to anybody nationwide in Virginia? Maybe. They might remember that name from somewhere.
So that was killer, man. I was in college in Kansas City, and I walked into my dorm, and all the dudes watching the TV in the lobby were like, dude, the World Series, there's an earthquake in San Francisco, man. Check it out. Come over here. They were all waiting for me to come through the door. And I was like, whoa, dude, there's not. Then I tried to call my parents in San Francisco, here in the Bay Area, and couldn't get beep, beep.
Lines were down.
For like 3 days.
Yeah. Lines were down.
And on top of it, it was the Giants and the A's in that World Series.
Yeah. The famous thing. So we're talking about the Loma Prieta earthquake back
1989.
in 1989.
Yeah. October 17th, 1989, 5:04 p.m., 6.9 magnitude. Not that big of a deal.
You say it like that, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but it was a bouncer. It was a good one.
I think where were you?
I was in college, San Jose State, so still local. I was actually closer to the epicenter than people in San Francisco. The epicenter was kind of near Santa Cruz, so kind of in the mountains up that way, which is just kind of southwest of San Jose. And I was working I worked during school, and I was working in the parking garage. I was a parking attendant.
Did you feel it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was a big jolt.
Yeah, it was. I remember kind of running out of the garage into the street. I remember having trouble running. It was kind of it was almost like you're in a bounce house.
Oh wow, cool.
Everything was bouncing. And then what I remember was, I remember thinking I shouldn't be in the middle of the street because it's not correct, about cars. But I remember every car had stopped, every car had pulled over. And I remember, screw that, right? During the shaking, all laws, rules are null and void. You do what you have to do to get to safety. But I remember car alarms going off.
Oh yeah,
and the dust. It shook everything from the trees to everything just got shook. That was dust everywhere. Just this kind of film of dust everywhere.
And you don't want to be in like a concrete garage.
It wasn't supposed to. It was not certified. It was one of those things that hadn't gone through its earthquake retrofit at the time. So as I found out later, but so everything got closed down. Everything got people coming in for classes at night, and just told everybody to go home. Classes are canceled. The police told us to tell everybody that. So we closed the garage off and sent everybody home. But this name was chosen because it's, Loma Prieta is, the earthquake itself was named after, I think, one of the mountain peaks in the Santa Cruz Mountains that the epicenter was by. But it's one of those things, if you were in the Bay Area, 89, you kind of course, you remember where you were when the earthquake hit.
Oh yeah. Everybody I talked to remember. I mean, the horror was not being able to get through to anybody and wondering what was going on.
Yeah.
We couldn't call anybody.
Yeah.
And what a mess, dude! It just destroyed the Bay Bridge.
Yeah, and it's funny because
the marina was destroyed.
Earthquakes kind of went, or kind of like waves, and so you see where damage is kind of an arc from the epicenter. So from the Marina District to the Bay Bridge to the Cypress Freeway and the Nimitz Freeway there, where it collapsed, is all kind of in the same arc from the epicenter. So it's interesting. But yeah, it was when it really kind of hit that how big this was when someone said, "Hey, the part of the Bay Bridge collapsed." Then you're going, "Oh yeah, well there you are."
Only 57 people died.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And there were another 6 that happened indirectly, but there were 3,700 injuries.
Yeah. But I think that goes to show even back in the 80s how prepared California is for earthquakes in general.
Right.
That there was really the damages were in a lot of the
bridges,
landfill areas. This was just one section of the bridge. Do you remember seeing the video of the car trying to get off the bridge and just couldn't see that and just goes flying through the hole and crashes? I mean, that was horrible. But it was just
and you could see. Let's see. So the actual impacts were the Bay Bridge, the Cypress Freeway, the Marina, and the World Series. And what's crazy is, like, people listening to us worldwide, what's crazy about the city is that really they had to kind of reconstruct getting in and out of the city.
Yeah, there was a whole freeway infrastructure along the waterfront that basically became unusable, unstable.
The Embarcadero.
And that actually was a pretty nice change because they made the whole waterfront of San Francisco a really nice area instead of having
seamless
this double-decker concrete, blocking the whole thing. But it was those were the things that made the news. But there were individual communities that were devastated down in Salinas, Monterey, Santa Cruz.
Oh yeah, Santa Cruz got crushed.
All sorts of things that really weren't as big, but it was big.
Man, the Loma Prieta Studios.
There we go. So
that
nice.
Brings back some memories, man. Seriously, I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't get through to anybody.
And that, for all our friends in the Bay Area, you were either here or if you weren't, but you were still connected to it. So you were always worried about your family and friends back in San Francisco.
And then just to tie this up, that was, 1989, it was the Giants and the A's, who, for people who don't know, like, their stadiums are literally
10 miles apart, if that.
Yeah, like 10 miles apart. One side of the Bay Coast, another side of the Bay Coast.
But right next to each other, yeah.
And this is in the heyday, bro. This is McGuire, Canseco, Will Clark, Kevin Mitchell. This is the peak, the dream. World Series.
Giants got crushed, but yeah, it was.
So there are people partying everywhere, especially in the marina. And the marina was on fire.
Yeah.
Right? The marina is basically landfill.
Yeah. Yeah, the marina district in San Francisco, landfill. That's right. So it just got, everything just got kind of toppled. But it was just a nod back to history here in 1989 in the Bay Area. And of course, again, this was something that was global news across the world here. So
save the drama for your mama.
Bye, Felicia.